Yeah, what's going on, everybody? Westside MMA here, and we got another fight of the week performance on our hands. Once again, I'm using Dominick Cruz, my favorite fighter and my apparent best recent fighter in the game, with a record of, I think, about like 100 and, I'm just going to give you a rough estimate, about 125 wins and about 25 losses. So, plus 100 right there. But, actually, no, I probably don't have 125 wins. I'm probably more around 115 wins with him. But he is my favorite fighter in the game, obviously, because he's got, you know, good special abilities and stuff. But the one thing that he is missing, if you look at his stats, he has pretty good chokes. I think his chokes are at least a 90-something, like 92 or something, I don't know. But he does not have any choke submissions in his moves. He doesn't have, you know, my favorite submission, well, it used to be the inverted triangle from side control. But since they switched the takedown to be, you know, land in half guard, I don't really pull that off as much. But the submissions that I do pull off are the when I sprawl, and I can't say this for a fact, but I'm pretty sure he doesn't have any submissions from sprawl. I might be wrong on that, but as you see right here, he has a whole bunch of, he's got like every single limb submission, but his limb submissions are like an 80, or they're not very good. So, I mean, sometimes I can get close, but as you'll see right here, I get really close on this one. I didn't even realize how close I got. And then I hit the wrong way or something and I messed up. So, yeah, his limb submissions, he has a lot of limb submissions, but he's not very good at them, which is not good. But, you know, this fight right here, I was pretty confident in it, but it was one of those brawls where I have issues going to a decision. No matter what happens, no matter how good I do or how bad I do, I can never win a decision unless I completely dominate the guy. Like I did one time, I was fighting, I think, against Anderson Silva or against John Jones. I think it was Anderson Silva. And he wouldn't die. Like, he literally, I knocked him down like 7, 8, 9 times in the fight. Now, it's fights like that I can win decisions, but when they're close fights, I never win. Never. Like, if there's even like a thought that the other fighter could have won, he definitely won. And so I have to literally fight to finish. I mean, sometimes I just, you know, the judging in this game needs to fix. That's one thing that does need to fix. The judging makes no sense. If I go and I take down my opponent 10 times, okay, but he lands, you know, 40 more significant, okay, that's a big number, 20 more significant strikes than I do, you know, but I took him down 10 times in the fight, and I dominated, he'll still win the fight because of those stupid significant strikes, which, if anybody knows what a significant strike in this game is, please tell me, because I have no idea. I thought for a while here that it was, you know, strong strikes like overhands and spinning kicks and stuff that landed were significant strikes, but I'm beginning to think that I don't know like what they are, because I was, you know, I've witnessed fights where, you know, the fighters are like BJ Penn or something, who don't really have overhands, don't have special kicks, and I'm a guy who does have special kicks, and they'll get more significant strikes than I do. And I'm just wondering if it's like a certain counter or timing. You know, I'm usually good at countering and timing, but I don't know if it's just the people that, because usually I'll go in, and as you just saw, kind of like people be throwing those spinning kicks as I'm charging in, and they might land it, you know, they don't land it solid or anything, but, you know, they might like land it. And does that count as a significant strike? Because a lot of, I have that happen a lot to me where, you know, I'm brawling with a guy and he's just throwing spinning kicks and crap that are like grazing me, you know, and kind of stopping me in a way, but I'm still landing my jabs and my hooks. And then they end up winning the fight, so I don't know. If anybody knows how I don't think anybody does know how the judging works, and I'm not sure if they've even changed any bit of the judging from the 2 patches that we've had so far. I'm not sure if they've even touched it. Hopefully in this next patch in September here, it seems that they're doing 1 patch at the end of every month, which is very, very good. Like, so we know when it's coming, which I think is amazing. So hope to see a change in the judging. That's one thing that we need to have. It's no, I mean, the game's great. Since the second patch, what are my opinions? That after the first patch, the game was pretty broken. The game's still broken. I think the takedown-wise, the game was the best. I think the game was still at its best potential. You know, if they would have added all the special stuff like the new takedown to half guard and the ref TKO stoppage, if they would have had that in the original game before any of the patches, I think it would have been amazing. Because the original game, you know, you could have people, you know, takedowns were, I guess, realistic. You know, if I went in, I throw a double jab and shot for a takedown, the guy wouldn't be expecting it, per se. So I'd get the takedown. Now, I mean, the guy could literally have his hand off the controller, see I shoot for a takedown, come back, try to stop the takedown, and he'll stop the takedown, even if he has low stamina. I've had, you know, 0 stamina guys stop a takedown, which that makes no sense. I have no idea why they had to break the takedowns. I don't know. I hope to see a takedown, you know, change, because from the first to second patch, I didn't see any changes in takedowns besides the actual animations themselves. And, you know, you can catch the kicks now, which I've never successfully really caught a kick and went for a takedown. I have caught a kick and then went straight into clinch. It was kind of weird. I don't know how I did it, but I haven't really caught a kick and went straight to a takedown. I'm not sure exactly how fast you have to do it, because you have to like catch the kick and then go into the spin the stick for a takedown. I can't seem to do it fast enough. That's, you know, my opinions on the patch and whatnot. But there needs to be changes. This game has great potential. Hopefully they just keep doing a patch every month, and hopefully within the next, you know, 4, 5, 6 months, that the game will be perfect 100%, to the point where they can stop putting out patches and they can just focus on getting fighters out, because we need fighters. We need, you know, plenty of fighters, and we need to get to the point where, you know, the reason that they made the divisions how they are, I always say I wish that the divisions were like the other games where they weren't combined like that, but, you know, then you might, you know, not get as many fights, and, you know, then you have how many freaking divisions, you know. There are a lot of divisions, so the chances of getting a fighter would be lessened, so I guess that's not a big deal. But if we add more and more fighters, you know, I think that might help it, maybe, but maybe not. I do need to see more fighters. Anthony Rumble Johnson should definitely be in the next rendition of the DLC, because that's ridiculous that a guy that has been on a tear like he has been since coming back to the UFC and fighting in the light heavyweight division is not in the game. Hopefully they make him good, because it seems like most of the DLC fighters have flaws, and I still don't really use that many. Like Matt Brown, I use him every once in a while, but he just seems a little big and bulky for even the welterweight division. He's not fast, you know, like GSP is. GSP with his lightweight speed in the welterweight division is great. Mike Pyle, I used him last night for the first time. I got a win with him, got a submission. So he's decent. I mean, he's not a real good fighter in real life, as we just saw in that last fight, but, you know, he's fine. And then Stipe Miocic, I don't fight heavyweight, so I can't really say too much about him. I did use him about 2 or 3 times. I noticed that he seemed almost faster than any of the other heavyweights. He's right up there with Junior Dos Santos and whatnot, so he's good. We need more heavyweights too. I mean, we still don't have enough heavyweights. We've only added 1 heavyweight so far in Stipe Miocic, and, you know, that only leaves us with still, you know, under 15 fighters. I think there's, I don't know how many fighters there are exactly, maybe 11 or 12. So we need to add. I don't really know anything, you know, who else we can add in the heavyweight division. Oh, Andrei Arlovsky is another one. Yeah, I forgot about him. Andrei Arlovsky is a big need. And then for the lighter weight classes, we got Diego Sanchez. But there's the stop right there. I didn't expect to get a TKO until I realized the guy wasn't moving. I don't know what he was trying to do. Maybe he didn't know that there's TKOs now. I don't know. Sometimes I get caught in that because right when the camera zooms in like that, you can't really, punch or transition right then, so it's kind of over. You kind of get screwed, but I like the TKO system. It's pretty decent. I mean, a guy that's just sitting there doing what that guy was doing is gonna get stopped. And that's a great fix that they did put in, but that's that. Until next time, Westside MMA out.
Dominick Cruz, your winner here tonight, moves through to the quarterfinals.